All right, so for my first ever Madden rebuild, I went to Twitter and I asked you guys who should be the first team that I rebuild. And at the moment, it looks like the Panthers are going to win. So for my very first Madden rebuild, we are going to be rebuilding the Carolina Panthers. Let's be 100% honest. There's probably not a franchise in a worse position in the NFL right now. So to any Carolina fans out there, I'm going to do my best to help y'all kind of reach that mountaintop, or at least make it to the playoffs. Carolina did make some important moves this offseason. They signed Jadeveon Clowney. They traded for Deontay Johnson, which they desperately needed. They improved the offensive line, which was a huge need as well. Bryce Young was not able to develop at all as a rookie. We're going to try and help him here in 2024. Deontay Johnson says Xavier Legette is a really intriguing player, and I think a little extra attention might be all he needs to take a big step forward. I agree, Deontay. Let's look at long-term development for him. I agree, Deontay. We're on the same page. Starting off with the bang here. From some leadership already. All right, Dave Canales steps in already, some leadership. All right, so Xavier's taking the advice. We love to see that. Okay, let's go. Okay, what a start to the rebuild. Rookie QB1. Set expectations for your rookie's first start. Well, we already know what Bryce Young's first start was, but let's just say no expectations. I think no expectations is the best thing for Bryce Young. Okay, now that we've got our scouts set, there's actually a chance that we can improve in the draft next year. Xavier Legette already becoming one of the young players that are thriving on this team. All right, so this is going to be the roster heading into week 1. Deontay Johnson at wide receiver 1, Legette at 2, Thielen at 3. We've got Brooks and Hubbard in the backfield. Bryce Young, decent offensive line actually to build around. Our defense is really bad. I think we're going to get torched. Let's definitely change this playbook. There's no way we're keeping the Frank Reich playbook. I mean, I think I want to try Dallas if we can. Let's see what Dallas looks like with Bryce Young here. Let's sim to midseason. I don't have high expectations for this team. In fact, it's asking me to set a goal. I'll say 7 wins. I mean, can we try for 7 wins in year 1? Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if I was that bad. In fact, we're going to try and get some of the older players off of this team. Players that I just don't think there's any reason to build around. Like Shaq Thompson's a really good name. He's only going to get older. What are the offers out there for him? Micah Hyde, who's 32. Jerry Jeudy, no thank you. Can you give me a young, that's actually not... I don't mind the idea of going to a Jordan Brooks. We need some young piece that we feel we can build around. Brandon Stevens, actually not a bad deal right there. He's 25 years old. We're going to get a little bit younger. We're going to grab Jordan Brooks in the 7th round pick. And we're going to send Jadeveon Clowney out to the Ravens for Brandon Stevens. Again, I know we're kind of doing lateral moves here, but I just want to get younger across the board if we can. Defensively, we no longer have Clowney, and we're going to be worse, which actually that is, ironically enough, the goal for me this year. So let's sim to midseason and see where we are with this squad. I do not expect us to be a very good team right now. All right, at the midseason mark, we are 4-2. I did not expect us to be 4-2. Bryce Young up to a 75. And he's a superstar. Did you guys see that? Superstar. Let's have a look at the roster here. Midway through, 4-2. Bryce Young is a superstar. On defense, we're still pretty bad, but somehow 4-2. All right, we got some people that we can negotiate with here. Jordan Brooks. Yeah, we just traded for him. Yeah, I'd like to bring him back. We're gonna have to overpay though. Because he doesn't want to be here. Ugh, so annoying. Damn, nobody really wants to come back. All right, well, I definitely didn't expect us to be in the playoff conversation, but let's see if we actually make it. Top of the NFC South, anything's possible. All right, so we finished the year 11-6. I wanted to be as bad as possible. Maybe that shows how bad the NFC South is. Somehow we decided we were good enough to make the playoffs. I mean, this is the Dallas playbook, I guess. Offensive points per game, we were 2nd. second in passing yards per game. Surely that means Bryce Young is rookie of the year. Xavier Legette's got some big time upgrades. Let's go through these upgrades here. So after 4 upgrade points, we got Xavier Legette up to an 80. His morale gets him up to an 82 right now. Bryce Young, we're going to be able to get him up significantly as well. So technically 78 overall, +3 with morale right now. Deontay Johnson's going to go up as well. Jonathan Brooks, so technically an 80 right now. All right, well, let's see season stats, because obviously someone had an incredible year. Bryce Young throws 39 touchdowns and 12 interceptions while completing 70% of his passes. Shout out to the Dallas Playbook. Any Carolina fans out there? I mean, maybe there's some hope for you. Jonathan Brooks, 4.5 yards per carry, 16 rushing touchdowns. We had Deontay Johnson over 1,500 yards. Xavier Legette, 16 touchdowns. Adam Thielen putting in work. Tavion Sanders. I mean, I genuinely tried to make this team as bad as possible. I don't know that we're actually as good as our record states, but let's advance and let's see if we win our first playoff game. So we end up winning our first playoff game versus the Falcons, 28-14, and now we are facing the Dallas Cowboys. JC Horn is developing really nicely. He's definitely a foundational player for us. Let's see if we beat the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs in the first year. Okay, so we do lose to the Cowboys. Still, that is a way overachieving season. But you can see our team rank. We were the second best points per game offense, and we were a pretty bad defense. So who knows what can happen once we actually start getting some better players here through free agency, through the NFL draft. So we're going to go ahead and sim to the offseason. All right, so that's got to make you feel better. The Cowboys end up winning the Super Bowl, so we lost to the championship team. Xavier Legette ends up being rookie of the year. So we had a wide receiver in Legette, rookie of the year. Let's see what players we can potentially get back on a contract now that we're a better team. Look at this. We're definitely going to accept JC's 5th-year option. That's a no-brainer. But look at Jordan Brooks, now interested on signing a deal with the team. Let's give him a 5-year deal, and he is with us. So that trade is probably going to work out long term. Josie Jewell, let's try. We'll give him a 3-year deal as well. No one else really, I feel like we need. All right, so now we are in free agency, and we do have $29 million to spend. We definitely need to improve defensively. Patrick Queen is available. We've got Michael Pierce. He's a little bit older. Stephon Gilmore's older as well. How about left end? Anyone want to play with us? No. Quite a few people are interested at defensive tackle, but I just don't want to give contracts to like these average players. I'll try Michael Pierce. Let's do Michael Pierce on like a 1-year deal maybe. We don't mind overpaying. Currently, we are beating out the Titans. James Houston actually wouldn't be all that bad. Let's try and get him on like a 5-year deal and just bet that he develops so that contract ends up looking good in 5 years' time. All right, let's see if these guys end up accepting our deal. All right, so we get James Houston, but Michael Pierce signs. Where did Michael Pierce sign? Michael Pierce signed with the Titans, even though we gave him more money. I mean, we just made the playoffs. You just made the worst mistake of your life, Michael Pierce. And that's on you. How in the world did we get pick 11? We made the playoffs. How did we get pick 11? I'm not going to question it. I am not going to ask any questions. And we're going to grab a top 5 player in the class, Titus Hayden. B-man coverage, B-press, B-zone. Nothing elite. So either this is a bad class or we just got played by 2K or by Madden. All right, hidden development, that's good. 92 speed, 90 jumping, 93 acceleration. I think he's going to be a good addition to the squad. So we got a 76 and a 75 overall. I mean, if that was a top 5 player in the class, how bad is this draft class overall then? Okay, so the cornerback that went a couple spots ahead of us is actually a freaking superstar. Rod Peterson, also superstar. He went at pick 13. All right, so we definitely did not do what we wanted to do, but we'll develop these guys. All right, so as we head into year 2, some massive improvements on offense. Bryce Young somehow got X Factor, the Dallas system. Xavier Legette also got X Factor after winning Rookie of the Year. Deontay Johnson moves up. Jonathan Mingo's going to play over Adam Thielen as Adam Thielen regresses. On defense, we're still pretty bad. Still pretty awful. We did bring in, obviously, Houston. We've got Hayden, who's probably going to play over Stevens as we try and make him one of those special players on our team. We still are going to play Leggett in the slot. Honestly, let's just advance to the playoffs and see how this thing goes. All right, so at the end of year 2, we make the playoffs, and we are probably the #1 seed because we do not have to play during the wild card. We are the #1 seed in the NFC, and I don't even feel like I've done all that much to improve this team. It's just Bryce Young and Xavier Leggett probably doing their thing. So having a look at the team, Bryce Young with another really good year, 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. We got Jonathan Brooks over 1,300 yards and 17 touchdowns. He's becoming a superstar. Leggett, a little bit of a step back with the touchdowns and the yardage, but Deontay Johnson is continually putting up superstar seasons. Jatavion Sanders developing really, really well. As far as defensively, Derek Brown's doing his thing. Whoever Jaden Crumdy is, just got 6.5 sacks. James Houston, the guy we brought in with 5 sacks as well. Not many picks. Titus Hayden, the rookie, leads the way, at least tied. So that's good to see. All right, so in round 2, the divisional playoffs, we are facing the Rams. Let's have a look at what the current roster looks like. A lot of internal development. All it took was a coaching change. Bryce Young's up to a 90. Xavier Leggett is at an 88. Deontay Johnson also at an 88. They got to be one of the best duos in the league at this moment. Jonathan Brooks up to an 87, still regular, silver, still star, not superstar, but that could change here soon. James Houston's playing up to a 79. When we signed him, he was a 75. Hayden's only a star. That's unfortunate, but still, all of the players that we have signed have contributed. Internally, we've done a lot of growth as well, so this team is kind of taking care of itself right now. All right, so now that I think we actually have a legit chance of winning some of these games, let's get in and see what happens versus the Rams in the divisional matchup. Matthew Stafford, I'm sure, is still there. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, obviously Sean McVay, always someone that you got to be a little bit nervous about. But we go straight down the field and score a touchdown. They hit us back with a touchdown. 14-7, very tight game as we're closing in on halftime, but we take a 2-touchdown lead. Bryce Young is just running the NFC right now. This is what Dave Tepper actually hoped happened when he drafted Bryce Young. So we absolutely annihilate the Rams. Deontay Johnson had 10 catches. Bryce Young completed 84% of his passes. And I don't know if it impacts the sim. I have it on all Madden. I don't know if that's impacting this sim. Something I've done wrong. Or, I don't know. Maybe it's a Dallas playbook that's just OP. And in year 2 of the rebuild, we are facing the Dallas Cowboys. The same team that knocked us out of the playoffs last year. Sent our ass home. And ultimately, they end up winning the Super Bowl. So this is probably not going to be as smooth sailing in the NFC Championship as it was in the divisional versus the Rams. They got Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons. This team is a Madden powerhouse. And we both have one of the best playbooks in Madden. So I'm not as confident in this one, but if we can make it to the Super Bowl in year 2, we're doing something right. All right, first quarter, it's 7-0 to us. They come back with the field goal, 14-3. I am feeling very confident right now. 20-3. Maybe the home field advantage playing a little bit of a factor here, but we are going to go to the Super Bowl. We put up 30 points on the Dallas Cowboys. We get that sweet revenge as we make it to the playoffs in every year so far of the build. And now the Super Bowl in year 2. Talk about over-exceeding. We are the Oklahoma City Thunder of the NFL right now. A young team that is exceeding expectations every year. All right, let's check out the yearly awards. Did we get anyone? No, Mahomes won the MVP. We weren't even close, actually, to an MVP. Coach of the Year. We're one spot off from Coach of the Year. How about in the NFC? Nope, not even close. No, we weren't close to any award anywhere, unfortunately, but we made the Super Bowl. Well-rounded team. This team isn't an I team. This is a we team. But obviously the dream could come to an end here as we face the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. We are definitely outmatched. Kansas City is probably even a better playbook than Dallas. And they have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Chris Jones. It's at AT&T Stadium. So imagine the Cowboys made it in front of their home crowd. That has got to be devastating for them. But let's see how we go here. Not expecting to win this, but anything's possible. Our rookie gets a pick in the Super Bowl on Pat Mahomes. We'd love to see that. Chiefs are up right now 10-13. Now 17-13. Oh, no. Pat Mahomes is putting on a clinic. Oh, geez. We'll try and come in here and go for a drive, but it is not looking good. Although we do have Deontay Johnson up to X Factor, so that's great to see. Let's get the ball to Xavier Legette, our dynamic rookie. Well, second-year player. Bryce Young has 109 yards in the Super Bowl, and he only has over 100 because I just threw that pass. Oh, shit. Play action to Sanders here. Oh, it's beauty. It's a beauty, Jatavion. All right, if we can get a touchdown here, I'll sim defense. If they can get a stop, we're going to give ourselves a chance. Oh, that defense is really tight, but can we run it? Dude, what are you doing, Deontay? Jeez Louise, this guy doesn't like to block, does he? All right, we need Xavier Legette to make a play. There you go, baby. All right, we got some momentum now. They missed the extra point? You're joking. Let's see if defense can get a stop here. Defense gets a stop, so we have a chance here. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left to drive down the field. Anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Anything is possible. Let's go, Xavier. Get out of bounds. Well, let's try this play action on second and short. There you go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We should have gone out of bounds. Should have got out of bounds. Okay, 2-minute warning. You know we're not in a bad spot. 2 timeouts. I'm so annoyed we missed the field goal, though. Bryce Young is so small. Oh, no. I tried to throw it. Man, I really don't like this play, but we're going to rock with it. Let's get Legette on the bounce. Oh, no. I even free form through it to try and get it to the outside. Damn it. All right, well, that's it. We're not going to watch the Chiefs celebrate. But, all right, year 1, we make the playoffs. Big surprise. Year 2, we make the Super Bowl. We were not expecting to make the Super Bowl. We got a quarterback on a rookie contract. Can we potentially find what we need in free agency? Because we're not gonna have the draft picks. You know, the impact draft picks. We're gonna be way down the board. So maybe through free agency, we can find some big pickups and win the Super Bowl this year. All right, so we do have to bring back some players. Icky, we're gonna accept his 5th-year option. He might get expensive here soon. Derek Brown, we have to re-sign, and he doesn't even want to be here. We cannot lose Derek Brown. There's just not a scenario in which we can lose him. We've got to give him a 5-year deal, and we got to pay him big time. You're going to test free. Do you know what I just gave you? The disrespect. We got to bring Deontay Johnson back. He's been really, really good. Oh, my God. We just went to the Super Bowl, guys, and you're all testing free agency. How much is it to franchise? Yeah, we're going to franchise tag Derek Brown. And then we're going to try and get Deontay Johnson in free agency. Brandon Stevens. I do want to bring him back. Let's see if he's interested. He's going to play for a new team as well. So I guess we make the Super Bowl, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to come. Like, look at the re-sign interest here. Xavier Woods is at least interested. I mean, but he's old as shit. Okay, he's back. Let's try and bring back our center on a 4-year deal. He wants to play for a new team. We're getting destroyed right now. Well, the good news is we will enter free agency with a ton of money, but also a ton of holes to fill. Ooh, Drake Greenlaw. Okay, this is a good class to have money. Deontay's interested. Let's try and start with Deontay Johnson. 5 years. What do you think about that? All right, we are his top offer. We've seen that go sideways before. Oh, wow, this is rough. Can we trade for a center potentially? You know what we could do is we could sign one of these guards that are really good and then move someone else into center. I actually think that's the route we should go here. Let's look at some of these guards. Joel Petonio, that could actually work. Let's offer him a 2-year deal. And then let's also go and Trey Smith would be great, but he's too expensive. Let's try and get Wyatt Teller as well. I mean, if we could do this, this would be a game changer. Drake Greenlaw would be an absolute game changer. Michael Pierce is interested again. He blew us off last year. So let's try. So these are the 5 players that we are trying to sign. Dre Greenlaw. We're going to have to up the money there on Dre Greenlaw because the Cowboys currently are the best offer. Let's give him 5 years, $11 million signing bonus. Does that put us above the Cowboys? That puts us there. I really don't want to risk it. I feel like he is like the ad for us. Very low risk. I'm willing to overpay. All right, that could put us there. We're number 1 on Teller, number 1 on Joe Bitonio, number 1 on Deontay Johnson, and Michael Pierce. Can we get these players? Let's find out. They've all signed, and they've all signed with the Carolina Panthers. Okay, now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. It's now or never for the Carolina Panthers. So look at that offensive line. Ike Ekwonu, Joe Bitonio, Robert Hunt at center, Wyatt Teller at right guard, and Moulton at right tackle. We're looking good. Jonathan Brooks is going to have a career year. Bryce Young is going to be protected. We've got Xavier Legette and Deontay Johnson, both with X factors. At defensive tackle, we finally are respectable with Michael Pierce. Derek Brown's back on that new contract. A little bit weak at defensive back, but we also brought in Dre Greenlaw, who's going to be a huge difference maker. And because we really are kind of like trying to win it all this year, I'm going to shop the 31st overall pick. It's very unlikely that player I draft is going to help us win this year. So we do need some help on defense. Tyreek Stevenson, actually, not for a first-round pick. Cam Taylor-Britt. A lot of cornerbacks are offered here. We got a left outside linebacker. Trey McBride could be interesting. We don't need him. Tyreek Stevenson's interesting. I'm going to counter this, and I'm going to ask them for a 4th-round pick. All right, so we get a 4th-round pick in Tyreek Stevenson. I think I'll get roasted for that, but I don't think I'm going to find a player to help us win better right now. We're going to play Deontay in the slot now, and Xavier Legette with his big body outside now that he's developed. We've got a legit defensive tackle. Derek Brown's back. Stevenson's going to play cornerback too. We've got Hayden to play the slot. Dre Greenlaw's a huge upgrade. Across the board, we're actually looking pretty decent now. I'm obviously hoping that we're in the playoffs, but more importantly, I want to actually win the Super Bowl this year. All right, so we go 14-3 on the year. Very well-rounded team now. You can see 3rd in points per game, number 1 in yards per game through the air. Our defensive points per game allowed is at 7th. So we have drastically improved this team. Bryce Young has an MVP type season. If he's not the MVP, I don't know who is. 54 touchdowns, almost 5,000 yards, 75% of his passes completed, and threw just 6 interceptions. Bryce Young has to be the MVP this year. At running back, Jonathan Brooks has another incredible season. At wide receiver, Xavier Legette, we move him to the outside. He gets back to that double-digit touchdown number, over 1,500 yards. Deontay Johnson doing his thing in the slot. Jonathan Mingo also with 11 touchdowns. Just Jatavion with 9. And then defensively, we made some pretty big additions. We have Derek Brown with 8.5 sacks. James Houston, who has been an underrated signing for this team, 7.5 sacks. Michael Pierce with 5 interceptions. We had J.C. Horn with 4. Dre Greenlaw with 2. We're doing our thing here, and this has got to be the year that we are making it to the Super Bowl. 3 years in a row. Either the Cowboys have sent us home or we have sent them home. Let's find out what happens here. We're going to jump in, and hopefully we can beat the Dallas Cowboys as we try and get to our 2nd Super Bowl in a row. After one, we're up 7-0. They come back and tie it up 7-7. Heading into halftime, past halftime, the Cowboys are up now. It's tied. 4th quarter. We're going to jump in here with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. We have got to make something happen here. This is the drive where everything changes. Oh, no. I jump in and mess up straight away. Damn it. All right, defense is going to have to make a play here. Okay, so I got one chance to redeem myself. We're down by 6 points, but we have an opportunity for a game-winning drive. No timeouts. And why did all of my X factors go down to star? We're going to send Mingo high. We're going to slant Deontay. And we're also going to send Legette down the field as well. Let's see what happens. We're going to go deep for Legette. He dropped it. This is make or break, guys. Man, I hate all these plays. Oh, what did I just do? What did I just do? Oh my gosh. It's not over till it's over, baby. It's not over until it's over. We cannot let Bryce Young win an MVP and then get kicked out of the playoffs in the first game. That is not going to happen on our watch. Jonathan Brooks out of the backfield. Let's run that play back and try and get Sanders open. I'm not liking anything here. Just get rid of it. Man, I really don't like this playbook. We're going to need Mingo to get open here. Perfect. No time. No time. Jeez, I'm holding the button. Hike the freaking ball, dude. He didn't get out? How did he not get out of bounds? Oh my gosh. Come on, come on. We're going to run it. Oh no, I might have just screwed it up. Come on, hike the ball, 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 hike the ball. You're freaking kidding me. You're joking. Why are we... How is Madden not realizing that, like, clearly the game's on the line? I don't want Bryce Young to casually walk up to the line with 3 seconds left. That's on me. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. That's on me. I got to take the blame. We're going to accept Bryce Young's option. This is really our last chance to maximize that window. We're going to bring JC Horn back. 6-year deal if he'll let us. So JC Horn is back. We still have $99 million in cap. Derek Brown has to be back on this team, but he needs to be back. He says he's going to test free agency. Actually, you're not. You're back on the team, so surprise. Jordan Fuller, we're going to try and bring back as well. He wants to test free agency, so we will need to look for a new free safety. We definitely want to bring our right tackle back. Let's try that 3-year deal. He is back. So we're going to try and move our 1st and 2nd round pick. Let's see what offers are out there. Kalijah Cansey, Marvin Harrison Jr. Interesting. Jonathan Allen, you know, is interesting, actually. He could be the missing piece. Let's try and get John Allen here. I'm going to offer them only my 1st round pick. So we're going to get rid of the 2nd. I don't want your 3rd, just for the 1st round pick. Okay, so we're going to get John Allen in, and this team is going to be absolutely unstoppable. We do need to sign a safety. That doesn't mean it has to be Marcus Williams, but let's go ahead and give him a contract here. Let's give him a 5-year deal. DJ Reader, I'd like to get him on a 1-year deal as well. And I actually wouldn't mind bringing in a fullback, a legit fullback. So we are going after Marcus Williams, DJ Reader, and Kyle Juice. We do need to offer Marcus a better contract. And at this point, we're kind of all in. So let's do that. After the first wave of offers, it looks like we have gotten all 3. This is the year. All right, so this is our last year. It's also the last year of Bryce Young's rookie contract. This is make or break. We're winning or I'm done with the video, essentially. But across the board, this team is absolutely stacked. Even at fullback, we're absolutely stacked across the board. Defensively, we've now got John Allen. Also, Reader is in the building. Derek Brown, Justin Houston, JC Horn is one of the better cornerbacks in the league right now. We traded our 1st for Tyreek Stevenson, and that is paying off. We got a rookie playing left outside linebacker, Dre Greenlaw doing his thing. I mean, this is make or break, baby. This is Super Bowl or bust for this team. So let's find out. We're going to send to the playoffs, and hopefully I don't screw it up again. All right, so we didn't get the 1 seed, but we did make the playoffs here in the last year. Bryce Young did lead the league in passing again with 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, and an interception. He is completing a ridiculous amount of his passes. Jonathan Brooks with a career year, 22 touchdowns for him behind that offensive line. Xavier Legette, I mean, is on track to be one of the best receivers of all time. If you look at his first, 4 seasons in the NFL, defensively, we did improve. Derek Brown had 10 sacks. Greenlaw with 6. Houston with 5.5. John Allen with 3.5. We had 5 interceptions from JC Horn, 15 tackles for loss for Brown, and 13 for Allen. So, at the moment, across the league, we are the #1 offense, Our defense is what is that? 25th in points per game? How are we so bad defensively? Anyway, we're going to jump in here and make sure, I mean, I'm going to say make sure nothing goes wrong, but typically we're the reason something goes wrong. So we get the ball first, we go down the field and score. It's easy, but the Cardinals come right back down and score. They're up 10-7. We score another touchdown, 14-10 at halftime. This is a close battle. There's only one touchdown in it. And we're going to move on to the next round. 31-24. 26, sorry. So that's as tight as it gets, but we do move on to the next round. We'll take the win. Up next, we have the Chicago Bears. So we're going to be facing, obviously, Caleb Williams and that really electric offense that they've built there in Chicago. I mean, remember, this is 3 years after Caleb was drafted, so he's got to be a really good player. DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen's got to be one of the better trios in the league at this point. But we got home field advantage, and this is the revenge of Caleb Williams. The only reason they have Caleb Williams is because we gave them our first-round pick in 2024, but this is the revenge game here for the Carolina Panthers. But Caleb goes down the field and scores. Bryce comes right back, 10-7, 17-7. Chicago cannot move it down the field right now. It's 24-7. We are dominating this game on both sides of the ball, and we are going to move on to the next round. The conference championship. We just wiped the floor with Caleb Williams. We said, who's laughing now, Chicago? Who's laughing now? All right, so in the first time in the playoffs, we are not facing the Dallas Cowboys. It will be the Green Bay Packers in the conference championship. We got to get past Jordan Love and, this franchise that has so much postseason success. And they are the #1 seed, so it's in Lambeau. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one, but I think we can do it. I think we are the better team overall. All right, so the Packers are the first to score, but it is 10-3 after the first quarter. 10-10, all tied up. We come down the field and score 17-17. It is 20-17 after half. Now the Packers are up. All right. We're going to go next possession here. I don't want to screw this up. All right, we score a touchdown. We got to get a stop here. We've got to get a stop here. Okay. I am going to redeem myself, ladies and gentlemen, right here, right now. I will right the wrongs of the past 2 seasons in the playoffs. And it's going to start with a pass to Deontay Johnson. Let's run that again. Let's run that right back. Okay. We're going to get Jonathan Brooks involved here. They got a double up top on Leggett. And we get Jonathan Brooks in open space. And does he get out? He gets out of bounds. You know what? We don't need to play the clock like that, actually. We got a lot of time. Oh, my goodness. They're giving us a wide open lane here. Oh, yeah, baby. There you go, Jonathan. Let's run some of that clock down. We don't want to give them any time. They've got 3 timeouts. In fact, I don't mind letting that go all the way down to the 2-minute warning. We're going to run that same play again. Looks like they are going to blitz the safety, but that's not really going to impact us. Oh my goodness. We get the first down, and we're going to let the clock run. We got 3 timeouts. We're going to run the ball again here. Okay, that might have been a bad move. Let's get Leggett in the open field here. This is nice. This is nice. This is nice. Come on. How have I got a superstar left tackle and he can't even block for 3 seconds? Come on, Deontay. Yes. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. I'm trying to run the clock down a little bit more. In fact, we can run the ball 3 times if need be. And Jonathan Brooks is taking us to the freaking Super Bowl, baby. All right. We're going to have to overcome the team that beat us in the Super Bowl the last time we were there, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Boogeyman, Baba Yaga, Patrick Mahomes. This is what the team looks like. Last time I'm going to show you, we either win or that's it. I tried. But this is what the squad looks like. We got Bryce Young at a 99, Xavier Legette at a 97, Brooks at a 96. Kyle Juszczyk is doing his thing. Deontay Johnson doing his thing. Sanders is up to a superstar. The offensive line is incredible. Defensively, we got John Allen playing up to a 90, Reader to a 91, Brown to a 97. Tyreek Stevenson lost his superstar, but he went up to a 90, okay? JC Horn is a 99 overall player. We are incredible. I don't know if we've ever seen a Madden team better than this. So we got to take advantage of it before we have to play Bryce Young. Can we finally do it? Can we win the Super Bowl even though we're facing the best player to ever be born on this planet? All right, so we come down the field and score a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes does the same. We make a couple defensive stops on both sides. The Chiefs tie it up. We come down and score another field goal. Kansas City puts a touchdown on the board. Oh no, we might have given Patrick Mahomes too much time. Oh no, we've given Mahomes too much time here. No, we haven't. All we have to do is run out the clock, and we are Super Bowl champions. Oh my goodness. Get freaking wrecked. It doesn't matter, Andy. Game over, baby. Couple more plays here, and we are dancing our way to Carolina. Oh, come on. Hit the edge. All right, so we actually do have to get a first down here. We're going to do a screen play to Brooks. They bring the house, and that is perfect. Oh, my gosh. Did you guys see that pancake? Another pancake. And we are going to run the clock out, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, baby. This is what dreams are made of. Dave Canales, Bryce Young, Xavier Legette, Jonathan Brooks, and the Carolina Panthers are officially Super Bowl champions. They're going to hoist the Lombardi. All right, so obviously we made some mistakes along the way, but we did finally win Bryce Young the Super Bowl. What do you guys think? Who should I rebuild next? Or should this be the end of my Madden career on YouTube? Let me know in the comment section. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. All love.